album we picked to review out of the bucket is Not Fakin It by Michael Monroe. This is his second studio album, and it was released in September of 1989. This album, oh God, he's back to handwriting.
I should have typed
well,
this
see,
one.
I'm thinking to myself, I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm thinking he typed up a nice thing on the movie, but he has a fucking shitty piece of yellow notepad paper that's not even legal size and just fucking scribble marks all over it. It looks like it's been folded and through the fucking wash.
It's rock and roll, man.
And to think, the roles used to be reversed. I came down here with scribbled on pieces of paper, and he came with notes.
I just said fuck it at one point.
Yeah, if he's not going to try, neither am I. Anyway, so this album peaks at number 161 on the Billboard charts. And we've got a lot of notable contributors on this record. But first off, let's talk about who Michael Monroe is. Michael Monroe was the lead singer of a band called Hanoi Rocks. Mm-hmm. And we'll get into a little bit about Hanoi Rocks later on. They were, well, actually, let's go into a little of Hanoi Rocks. They were one of the first European, like, glam metal, sleaze metal bands. Mm-hmm. They should have been huge. They probably would have been huge had something not happened, which we'll talk about at the end. But this album has a lot of cool contributors on it. One of the first notable contributors, is a guy named Little Stevie Van Zandt from the E Street Band. Mm-hmm. He wrote a bunch of the stuff on this record.
Really?
And does a lot of backing vocals and a little bit of guitar work. Then you have a guy that goes by the name of Nasty Suicide, who was the guitar player for Hanoi Rocks. Okay. And he wrote a bunch of stuff and played most of the lead guitar on the record. We have writing credits to a guy by the name of Stiv Batters, who is a guitar player from a great punk band called the Dead Boys.
Okay.
Anton Fig played drums on a good chunk of this record. Anton Fig's biggest claim to fame is he was the drummer for Paul Schaefer's band on Letterman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep. He was the second in command of the world's most dangerous band.
Wasn't he a session drummer for Elton John, too, or something like that?
Anton Fig has played with everybody.
Okay.
Great fucking drummer. Tommy Price from Blue Oyster Cult, Scandal, and Billy Idol did the rest of the drums on the stuff that Anton Fig didn't do. Mm-hmm. And we have a guy by the name of Kenny Aronson on bass. Kenny Aronson has played with everybody. Billy Joel, Billy Idol. He's been all around the world.
Okay.
Michael Monroe assembled himself a very good supporting cast for this record. And the record starts out with the lead single called Dead Jailer Rock and Roll. Mm-hmm. If you're going to make a mission statement on a glam rock record, this is the way to do it. This album is dripping with sleaze. You can feel the greasiness of the late 80s, early 90s Sunset Strip on this song. It's about going all in for your rock and roll dreams.
Yep.
The opening line, when I was a kid, all I wanted to be was the meanest dude on the meanest machine. You know, and I don't really mind doing my own time, but the three choices I always came to find were either dead, jail, or rock and roll.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
God, if you're going to go all in, go all the fuck in.
I'm willing to bet most of the acts at that time wish they would have wrote it too.
Oh my God, yeah. To the point where Axl Rose wanted to be in the video.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, my.
Yep, Axl Rose wanted to be in this video. I think he's an uncredited background vocalist on it, too. But yeah, if you find the video, Axl Rose definitely does appear in the Dead Jailer Rock and Roll video.
Okay.
Excellent song. Great way to start the record.
Yes.
Anything?
I agree. This is one of my. I mean, it's hard to pick. This is such a great album. It's hard to pick a favorite, but I mean, this is up there with just great songs overall.
Yeah.
I have Poor Glam. with a dash of blues.
Poor?
No, pure.
Oh, pure. You said poor.
Pure glam.
Okay.
It's a Skook Jason.
It's a Skook Jason accent. There you go.
Wait a minute.
Fucking one step from Tamaqua. You heard Hanoi Rocks put out an album called 2 Steps from the Move. You're 1 step from Tamaqua.
2.
No,
There's
1.
We're not counting Seek.
3. Well,
No.
No, you got Coaldale there, and then you got Lansford.
No.
That's all the same town.
No. You're 1 step from the Skook. 2 steps from Shendo.
That's like saying, hey, I'm from Brooklyn, or we're Flatbush. It's all still Brooklyn.
Yeah. I'm from Brooklyn. Whoa, is it Red Hook or Sheep's Head Bay? It's still fucking Brooklyn.
Yeah.
2 different worlds, but still fucking Brooklyn. Just ask Taz.
Yeah.
Anyway, song 2, another fantastic song. It's called While You Were Looking at Me.
Yeah.
This one was another one written by little Steve Van Zandt.
Okay.
It's a great commentary about judging based on someone's outward appearance instead of their character. Mm-hmm. Good thing I've never done that.
Never.
I do it all the time. But
I know you do. I know you do. Yeah, it's a fantastic song. While You Were Looking at Me, The Whole World Passed You By, shit like that. Here we are. Almost, here we are. Like, this was made in '89.
30 years later.
30 years later.
doing math in his
I
head.
was. That hurt. 30 years on, and the song still fucking rings true.
Yep.
Because there's even a thing in there about while you were looking at me, airport security died. Fuck.
And they were like, what? Something got bombed, but they weren't dressed like me. They were dressed like me in suits and ties.
Yep. Yeah. Everybody fucking wants to judge based on the outward appearance.
Yeah, that's what I put.
But that's the best way to judge.
No.
It's not the best way. It seems like a very viable way to judge to me.
Yeah, that's profiling. That gets you in trouble.
No, don't put put language on it. Everybody does it. Look, if you walk into a Best Buy, right, and you see someone wearing a blue polo, he works there. Sometimes they don't, and they're just fucking with you. But it's not profiling.
I have never done that.
I'm just saying.
I've never done that. I've never worn a red polo into a Circuit City either.
Or Staples.
A Circuit City. You're fucking old.
I am.
You could have said Target. For
Staples.
And kept it. No, a Circuit City? Yeah. What did you wear in a Radio Shack, Grandpa?
I fucking stepped in that one, didn't I?
I'll tell you what, though, about this song, though. I really felt it was like an evolution of like Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
It had such a groovy vibe to it.
Yeah, it's got a very Stones-ish feel.
It's like if the Stones were still around in '89, this is what the kind of song they would have wrote.
They're still around today, you fucking nitwit.
Oh my fucking God.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. She's no angel.
She's a slut.
Oh, no, we all know this girl.
Pardon.
Or it's like, I'm listening, I'm like, ooh. I know a few people.
I know a few people that this fits.
Is that profiling?
Allegedly. It's about a girl that this song, well, first off, this song would have been so at home on any Hanoi Rocks record.
Okay.
If you've listened to like the Hanoi Rocks stuff, this song with a little bit of tweaking of the music would have fit right into a Hanoi Rocks record. Lyrically fits right in. Super sleazy. It's about a girl who's, she puts on the prim and proper thing at home and talks about your daddy's English rose and this and that while getting banged on the fucking on the like that scene in Heathers when they're banging on the croquet croquet set in the backyard. You ever? That's a movie we should put in the bucket.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen Heathers.
You've never seen it?
I don't think I did. I don't remember. If I seen it, I probably would have remembered. So I don't think I've seen it.
Well, then again, we know you're culturally stunted.
Yes. All right, Heather's is going in the fucking bucket.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
Yes,
I
you
do.
did.
I do.
He does. I didn't.
All right, it's in there. Next, song called "All Night with the Lights On."
I didn't get this.
It's about working through a bad relationship.
Okay, but it was like he was like gonna have sex with some chick, but keep the lights on because he didn't trust that she wasn't gonna fucking stab him or something stupid like that.
No,
or hurt him.
No, the hurt that he's talking about is emotional.
Yeah.
It's about being, sitting up all night with the lights on. Got to make it through.
Yeah,
Okay.
whoever he did the melodies with on this was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
It works so well.
yeah, it's a very good song. So far, I almost have to give this a meh though, comparing it to some of the other stuff on the song.
I thought this was great.
It is a very good song.
I gave it an okay.
Yeah,
Just okay.
yeah, it's a good song. Next is a cover of a Nazareth song.
Mm-hmm.
Not Faking It. This song is fucking great.
Yes, it is.
I have no idea what they're talking about, but I love it.
Oh, they're talking about, he's a rocker, so he's not faking it because they're talking about Jack the Ripper was a murderer.
Okay, I am who I am.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
But I thought once again they put a bluesy spin on this. They had fucking pianos throughout this song.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good tune.
From what I can read from my writing,
Here we go.
I said can't copper to other bomb. I don't know what that means. I can't read what I wrote. I'm not sure what I actually wrote.
Can't what?
I don't know.
Wait, try and say what it says again. Come on. Can't comp or bomb?
No, can't copper to other bomb.
Can't compare to other
Songs?
No, it's definitely two B's. Bob? Band? I don't know.
Probably can't compare to another band.
Maybe,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
good.
It's very good. Moving on. You fucking make my head hurt.
I'm sorry. I have to do this shit quickly.
We have Shakedown. This is another meh song for me.
I thought it was all over the place.
I thought,
And this
I thought
is
it was
another
good.
This is another one where I have no idea what the fuck he's on about.
The cocaine kicked in.
Yeah, cocaine. Monroe does kind of remind me of Roxo a little bit.
Monroe at his best still looks like just he's gonna fall over. Like the wind will just take him.
He looks like the Crypt Keeper with better hair.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I mean,
He does. He looks like the Crypt Keeper, especially if you see him lately.
he looks the same though. I mean,
Just a little more emaciated.
yeah. I mean, he looks like someone who plays bingo a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Good fucking, good on him, though. He's still going, still making it happen. Next is a wonderful, wonderful song. Mm-hmm. When I first heard Dead Jailer Rock and Roll on Headbangers Ball back in the day, I went out and I bought this on cassette. I'm old. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
We determined that.
Yes. This was the second single off the record, called "Men with No Eyes," and this is a great song. It's about the government always watching, but they're waiting to slide in, but you'll never see them coming.
Okay.
Yep. I thought this was perfect 80s glam
Yeah.
That's what I
with some pop elements in it as well.
A stalemate in the city, all alone. I'm an orphan of the world, no pity, got no home. They'll measure your hopes and dreams in dollars and cents. Fear and loathing is their national debt. The man with no eyes takes you by surprise. He moves into your dreams to terrorize. And then the next verse really brings that point home. They've got famine while you feast. We've got famine while you feast. We've got new types of disease, and it's so hard to make ends meet in the belly of the beast. Just when you think you've got it made, you'll get caught in the net. Sometimes it's hard to remember, but you'll never forget. But I'm not at all familiar with this fucking album.
I don't.
Or song.
I
I picked up the guitar listening to this to see if I remembered how to fucking play it. I gotta learn it again.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I used to know most of this fucking album on guitar. It's such a great record.
It is.
Next is one of my favorite songs on the record. And if you know anything about me, you'll understand that the sentiment of this song rings very true to me. The song is called Love is Thicker Than Blood. What do you got on it, Bill?
It's just a wonderful gritty feel to it. And I just love the song.
Yeah, me too.
Once again, bluesy, bringing out that harmonica through the whole song.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is a very good song.
I love this song too. And the meaning of the song, and like I said, if anybody who knows me knows that I live this to the fullest. Sometimes the love that we have for the family we choose will far outweigh whatever love we have for the family that we're born into. Mm-hmm. I've said this for years, and I will say this until my dying day. I've got family who ain't blood, and I've got blood who ain't family. And that's exactly what this song is about. And this song is fucking 100% true in my life. Great song. Thank you, Michael. Next song we have called Smokescreen.
Yes. That was a beautiful sentiment. I'm not going to piss on it.
Good. I'm glad you didn't, because you're one of the ones that fits into the good category, you fuck.
Smokescreen. You guys, I have something written. Go first while I figure this shit out.
I just got meh. I really didn't care for this song that much.
I got it as a meh as well.
I think, was this almost a ballad?
Almost.
Yeah, that's closest to the ballad as you're going to get.
Right. It's about seeing...
I thought it was very good.
It's about seeing what Beyond the Powers That Be are showing you and seeing the bigger picture.
He's just glad he was able to fucking read his note.
I know.
Fucking sigh relief.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Next thing you know, the phone's going to ring and he'll answer it.
If that phone rings, I'm fucking leaving.
Hang on. I don't think the ringer's up.
If that phone rings, I'm fucking leaving. Anyway, the final song on the album is called Thrill Me. Very good song. Mm-hmm. Good way to start the record. It's about keeping life interesting.
Yep, I thought it was a great ending to just a great album.
Yeah.
I was the opposite. This is one of my least favorite songs on the album. It just didn't do it for me. I just thought it was a bad way to finish the album.
Yeah.
I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, as wrong as it may be.
There were only two that I really didn't care for, and they were the last two.
I like this thing from... This is one of those that, like you say, from like first song to last song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Yeah. This was a good addition to the bucket.
Yeah.
It was. I never listened to this guy before.
Yeah.
I listen to stuff by Hanoi Rocks and this stuff sporadically.
Yeah.
But never just the whole thing.
Now, here's my question. Hanoi Rocks is on the verge of making it big.
I know where you're going, and hold off.
Okay.
I know right where you're going.
I know.
And hold off. What do you rate the album, Bill?
Oh, this is a solid 9. This is as good as Forbidden from Black Sabbath.
That's like being the nicest guy in prison. It don't mean much, and it's much better than Forbidden.
Oh, my God.
No, but it's still a 9 out of 10. It really is.
Okay.
I'll give it a 7.5.
7.5? Fair enough rating. I'm actually going to go a little bit higher. I'm going to go at 8. There's some stuff that I was kind of meh on, so that kind of dings it down a little bit for me. Now, to where you were going.
Right.
My notes on this were... Hang on. My end notes on this. Or actually, go ahead and see what you were going to say.
Okay, do your end notes.
Well, you can talk about the accident happened, but my thing is when that happened, if you're on the verge, I mean, did they not want to get another drummer?
No.
Was that the reason? Because you have a guitarist from Hanoi Rocks on this album with him.
Razzle was such an integral part of Hanoi Rocks.
Okay.
It was actually, Hanoi was Razzle's band.
Oh.
Razzle was one of the founders of the band. Actually, here, if you look at my notes, I would love to see what Hanoi had gone on to if Vince hadn't killed Razzle.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I said this whole album should have been bigger and more popular.
Oh, 100%.
You know, MTV, and good on MTV for giving Michael Monroe at least a spot on Headbangers Ball to host for a while, which I thought was great. See, even they understood his place in it. The reason I think, and this is my honest to God reason, is because this was released in '89.
Yeah.
What's right around the corner? Fucking grunge.
Yeah.
And this is when hair metal was in its death throes already, and it was a little, even a year more. In '88, this would have been huge.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this record and you're not familiar with Hanoi Rocks' stuff, a great jumping off point is the album Two Steps from the Move.
Okay.
Great record. It's on Spotify. You can find it. There's also Bangkok Shock, Saigon Shakes, and Hanoi Rocks. Great fucking record. These guys, I'm trying to find a way to. If him was an 80s sleaze metal band,
Okay.
they would have been Hanoi Rocks.
Oh boy.
When I look at Hanoi Rocks, and I keep the Hanoi Rocks and the New York Dolls. I mean,
Yes.
you look at these two bands, and it's
Yes.
like they're a blueprint.
Yeah, the New York Dolls, you could definitely see the New York Dolls influence with Hanoi Rocks.
Yeah.
From the androgynous dress to the songwriting, all of it. It's all right there. They owe David Johansen royalties for.
Oh my God,
for
forever. Oh my God, forever.
Yeah, they really would owe David Johansen royalties.
I still don't know why he did Buster Poindexter.
'Cause-
to this day, I just think that's such.
Because he felt it hot.
I know, but just such a weird thing to do.
Yeah. You know what else was weird of David Johansen to do? When he was in the what the fuck was that movie he
Free
was in?
Jack.
No, not Free Jack.
Oh,
He was
okay.
in a horror anthology movie where he plays a hitman trying to kill a cat.
Oh, was that
Trying to kill a cat?
Yes.
wait, that you're not talking the Cat's Eye, are you?
I don't think it's Cat's Eye.
Because that's a horror anthology with a cat.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but he plays in one segment where he goes to this old rich person's house trying to grease a cat, a black cat.
I
No,
love the
that's
horror.
not
I
that
love
one.
the horror anthology things.
We'll have to look that up after. We'll have to look that up.
You don't think it was in one of those original shows like The Hitcher or something like that?
No, I don't think it was in one of those. We'll have to look it up. But yeah, David Johansen was in that, and that was fucking weird. But the New York Dolls, I mean, it's really a natural progression. You have Bowie's Ziggy Stardust stuff, the New York Dolls, then moving on to Cooper, then moving on to Hanoi Rocks, and then we get the birth of the L.A. glam metal scene. And it's all just a natural progression. And bands like Motley Crue, fuck them. Sorry, did that come out? Come out?
I didn't hear it. Can you repeat that?
Fuck them.
Oh, okay.
Bands like that and the entire Sunset Strip scene of the 80s owe a debt to Michael Monroe and the boys from Hanoi Rocks.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
And Hanoi Rocks is a sadly underrated band. Those guys should have been fucking huge, but Vince had to get drunk and
Wreck his car.
and wreck his car.
You never know, though. I mean, you wonder what would have happened.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen
a lot
it.
of times it comes down to management and who was scooping up who at the time.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like every band got at least one record deal except Odin.
Yeah. Actually, they even got a record deal, too.
London got a deal. They just had to name their team to the Priest.
Fucking Nader was happy about that. Hang on, I'm going to look this movie up.
Oh, it's
David.
Hunt and Peck, David, Joe, Hansen.
Yeah, David
Dude,
Johansen.
take the caps lock off, man.
Suck a dick.
You're not arguing with someone on the internet.
I might be. All right, we're looking through David
Jesus
Johansen's
Christ.
IMDb.
He hasn't had any work done, has he? The guy looks like a Muppet.
Oh, God. It was Tales from the Dark Side.
Okay.
Yeah, Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. He plays a hit band in that, trying to grease a cat. Fucking, oh my God, David Johansen does look rough, though. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
He looks like his character from Scrooge now.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. I forgot he was in Scrooged.
I'm the ghost.
Yeah, he's like a New York cabbie ghost.
Although, again, Free Jack also was a very underrated movie, and I love that one.